Everyone, it's Tammy, and I think I'm doing this a different way than I usually do. I have been unlisted, so hopefully you guys won't be able to chat while I'm doing this. I thought that I would just go ahead and go live and do my thing and then post it publicly so that you guys can see it all at once. At least I hope that that's how this works. I'm not exactly sure. But first of all, I want to say cheers to you. I have some Dunkin', and it is delicious. And I sure hope that everyone is doing well and that all of this pandemic is, whew, it's something, isn't it? I don't even know what to say that I hope that it is. I mean, it is crazy for real. And I hope that everybody stays well. I work for a hospital system, so I have been able to continue to work, which is awfully nice. And I'm working from home because I am in IT, so that is nice as well. Um, it is crazy. I know that we have had a death in one of our hospitals, and it is no joke. So please be careful. Use, wash your hands. Don't touch your face. I'm saying that as I'm touching my face, but I am home and I haven't been around people. We've pretty much quarantined ourselves to the house, which has been okay. Now, my husband is still working, but he is working in an empty building with just him and my son. So it actually is okay. Kind of funny how things work out sometimes, but goodness gracious, never in the million years would I have thought, and I'm sure nobody would have. And you can't exactly prepare for something like this, so it is crazy. My daughter's a little bit sad because she is a senior in college and she's not even sure if she's going to be able to walk or any of that for her graduation. And it's kind of sad with your friends that you're leaving and have to do everything early, but everyone is making the best of it, and that's all we can do right now. So I sure hope that everyone on your side is doing the same. So let's see, I have some finished objects to show you today. I have some whips to show you today, and I have some acquisitions to show you. I have all sorts of things. I even took some notes, so I am hopefully a little bit prepared. And I don't even know if I told you anything about me, so speaking of prepared. So my name is Tammy, and I live in the Midwest United States in Indiana, and I have been knitting since December of 2017. That is correct. And I took a little bit of a hiatus, but I have been knitting strongly for the last, I don't know, at least 6 months. And then, I took a little bit of a break, and I don't know if it was summer that made me take the break or what, but we'll see if that happens this year, because so far I am still going strong. It is still chilly outside though, so that's a good thing, I guess, for my knitting. It's not a good thing for the coronavirus, but it's a good thing for my knitting. They say that the coronavirus doesn't do well in hot weather, but it likes the cool weather, and it has been cool here. So, um, and I've been giving you a little bit of a life update, but just for those of you that might be new and don't know, I am married to my husband Dennis, and I have two children, Katie and Alex. Katie is 22, and like I said, she is graduating from college this year as an elementary education teacher with an emphasis on special education. And my son is a 20-year-old, and he works full-time actually at the same spot that my husband works. It is a country club, and my husband is the maintenance director, and Alex works for him, so it actually works out really nicely. Alex has been having some problems with his car, and that's been crazy. It seems like the car is always an issue for him, so he is saving his money trying to find something that he can, will be a little more reliable for him, but that doesn't cost an arm and a leg. You know how that is. So there's that. I'm just looking outside because I heard a noise. Oh, Tracy is out there. I don't know what she's doing. My friend Tracy is here from Chicago. She came over the weekend because she is, she lives by herself, and she's quarantined by herself, and she thought it would be more fun to be quarantined with me and then by herself. So she's here, and that's been nice. She kind of, during the day while I'm working and doing my thing, she is doing her thing, and then we get to chat and talk and laugh, and it's been great. She's been here since Saturday night, late Saturday night. Like she woke me up late Saturday night. Um, but that's been fun. I do have some acquisitions that I want to show you before I show you my whips, because some of the acquisitions I want to use on my whips as I go. But maybe we could talk a little bit about the wave of change, which is the sweater that I am wearing, and I made it short sleeved. It is a long sleeved pattern, and it is by, last name is Bayron. I'm not sure if I'm even saying it right. Let me find my notes on it. I should have done a little bit better job. Bayron Handmade, and I'm doing a cowl. It is due on March 31st, so I have it done early, as long as she will qualify one that is, I did short sleeve, but I wanted it short sleeve. And I'll stand up so you can kind of see. I put one snap on it, and I blocked it last night. So I really like it. I think it looks really pretty. I did the size that's, you know, my measurement size. I didn't make any changes except for the sleeves. That's the only change that I did. I like how the collar is. It's not too wide. It's not too narrow. I enjoy wearing it with a turtleneck, but I think I could wear it with a, not a turtleneck too, like just a regular shirt underneath it. I like the one snap, but you could do whatever you wanted. If you wanted to put snaps or buttons all the way down, which is something, you know, I think that she has snaps on hers. I know that she does, because the pattern even shows the snaps that she used. So you could do that easily too. I just think it's really cute, and this was a really fun, really quick knit. And I have my details on Ravelry, so you can check that out. I try to keep most of my projects on Ravelry so that you can see them. And I don't know, I just really enjoy it. So once I started on this, I couldn't stop. It took me about 2 weeks. So I started it, let me see, I can tell you when I casted it on. Let's see, let me go to today in my little calendar. I casted it on Tuesday the 3rd, and I finished it on the 17th. So 2 weeks exactly. And it wasn't the only thing that I worked on. I worked on quite a few other things. I worked on my Brigid tunic that you'll see. I finished that in between. I worked on my wave changed. I worked on a hat. I worked on another hat. I casted on a ton of things. And so yeah, I did a lot. I've done a lot between here and there. So it wasn't a 2-week stretch only working on this one. It was, this is bulkier yarn, so it's really a quick knit, and it's a lot of fun. So I hope that you guys will try it. Actually, Tracy went somewhere. I don't know where she went. She will do that sometimes. She'll go get a drink, or she'll just take a little drive. She likes to get out and about, because I spend a lot of my time in here working on my work, and then doing whatever else I need to do too during the day anyway. And my work hours are kind of crazy just because everything is so up in the air with everything that's going on. So this is my first finished object, and I could not be happier. I have some other finished objects. What did I do with them? I don't think I even brought them over here. I brought my acquisitions. Oh no, I did bring them. Oh, they're right here underneath my notes. Okay, so my second finished object, is called the Brigid Tunic. And did I write down who that is by? Am I really that bad that I didn't even write that down? So I did a test knit for the Brigid Tunic. And let me show it to you. Isn't this adorable? It's a little dress for a little baby. I did the smallest size. This is a 6 to 12 months, and it is just so cute. At first I wasn't sure about the yarn that I used. It felt very cottony. It's not cotton, but it felt very cottony. And it is 100% superwash. so that it can be washed, but I was a little bit not sure about it on my hands. It felt really hard and cottony, but I will say it knitted up well and it blocked really soft. It feels really soft. So I just blocked this and I think it turned out adorable. I did learn how to do this little edge here. Gosh, who is this by? I'm so bad at this. Bluebird Knits. I don't even think I have the pattern handy to tell you. I will put it in the description box, and it probably was in there last month as well, or last podcast as well. That is real. I need to start making sure I write down who put them in here. It's hard to remember everything, to write it all down and to know what I want to put in here. So I apologize for that, because that is not good. But I did learn this pin tuck, and the designer is super amazing. She was taking everything we had to say and trying to make her pattern as good as it could be. But see how this like has a little ridge around it, so it kind of separates the body from the skirt part. It's kind of hard to see with this. It's really easy to see in oh, that might be a better view. See how it has that bump right here? This is called a pin tuck, and she taught how to do that. And then also this bottom edging has some really pretty lace on it. And then this top part was really a different, and I messed it up, so that's why it's a little bit wonky right here, because I screwed it up. That's on me. But it was super cute, and it was easy to do once I understood what I needed to do. And it was a little bit like the pin tuck, but it's really a neat way to bind off, and it gives you a neat little rolled kind of an edge. It's really neat. So that is my second finished object. I love that it has short sleeves and it has the little, you know, edging there, and it's a raglan. It just turned out really cute, and I think it's even cuter now that it's blocked. So this is going into my pile of baby finished objects that I have for a future grandchild. I know I don't have one yet, and that is a-okay with me. I don't need one. I'm not in a hurry, none of that, but I just really enjoy knitting those little one skein projects that you can get done, and they're so cute, so cute. So I really enjoy it, and I like to have things so I'm ready. And if somebody in my world has a baby or something, I have something that I can gift to them, and I enjoy thinking about the baby and praying for them while I'm making it, because I think that's really a neat thing, even if I don't know who it's for yet. I think that's sometimes cool as well. Okay, so my next finished object is, I really am bad at this. I am sorry about that. I will get better. It is the Alta Hat, and this pattern has just been released, and it is so stinking cute. It is from Emily Clawson, who is a part of, oh, what's it called? She does a podcast with her sister, and it is something about a castle. I really am. I need to write this stuff down for sure. Did I write it on there by chance? Nope. Meanwhile in the Castle, that's what it's called, her podcast. So Emily is the blonde of the sisters, and she designed this hat, and I actually am using her yarn combined with yarn from Toad Hollow, which is just a beautiful, beautiful yarn. So Emily's yarn is the mohair, and the Toad Hollow yarn is the base yarn. Oh, did I just find a stitch? Oh, no, it's supposed to be like that. I thought, oh no, did I find a missed stitch? But see, it's the pattern. It's fine. So I didn't block this, and I don't know that I'm going to. I don't have hat hair today, so I'm not a great hat model, but it is really a cute, cute hat. And it's doubled up here. So it has 2 layers, so it'll keep your head nice, or your ears nice and warm. And it is just so pretty. And I haven't put a palm on it yet because I wanted to show you guys first. And I like palms, but I'm not sure if I want one on this or not. The top is so pretty on its own. I love how it has the little twist things going toward it. I don't know, this hat is just a beautiful pattern. And it was a lot of fun to knit, and this is one of the coolest things ever, doing this. So you started out, the way that the pattern is, you start out doing the inside of this double layer. So I knitted that inside part, and then you do a neat little stitch, then you fold it, and when you fold it, it creates, the meter reader is out there, it creates this neat edging, which I think is just adorable. So this is called the Alta Hat, and like I said, it's available on Ravelry, and all of my details are on there with the colors I used and everything. And I try to put my yardage, and I try to put my needles and all of that on there so that you can see exactly what I used. But I love this hat. So I got that done while we were gone, or while I've been away. And then I ordered a kit from Chelsea Yarn, and this is using her Chelsea Luxe, and she also does a podcast. Chelsea Yarns, I think, is the name of the podcast. And if you guys aren't familiar with her, her name is Christine, Christine, and she makes some really cool yarn, or dyes some really cool yarn. And this is one of hers. It's called Cookie Gate, and it is the bulky yarn, and then it has this cute little pom-pom. I bought the kit from her store, and they picked out the pom-pom to match the hat for me, so I didn't even have to worry about it. And this pattern is called Put a Pom on It, and it's by Nany Ricci, R-I-C-C-I, and she is also the one that I did a test knit for and finished my sweater for last time, which was the Sunday State of Mind that I love. That's a very comfortable sweater. And this hat is a very comfortable hat. I have worn this out. My son loves it. It is just super cute, and it has the big huge palm on it, and it's just a nice, I mean, it seems like it's a big hat, but it fits nicely, and it feels like it's snug enough that it's not going anywhere, but it doesn't feel, I mean, it doesn't hurt at all. You know how it's not, doesn't squeeze my head or any of that, and it's just so cute. And you could probably wear it other ways. I don't know, probably not like that unless you wanted to. I mean, it could be a good look, right? No, but it is so cute. It just feels really good. So this was a fun knit. This took less than, like, I'm gonna say it didn't take me any more than 2 hours to put this together. It was a super fast, fun knit. So if you're looking for something really quick, get out some bulky yarn, make yourself the Put a Pom on It hat, and you will be happy. Now, oh, I do have the yarn. Look, it's the Chelsea Luxe hand dyed, and like I said, it's in the color Cookie Gate. So yay, have that. I also finished a shawl while we have been away, and this is the Inspiration Shawl, or the Inspiration Wharf Shawl. And the knitting place did a knit along with this, and in New York, and I bought the kit from them. It is Salem fibers that I used, and it is a beautiful shawl. It's one of my favorites that I've made. I haven't made a ton, but I really like this shawl. And there's a knit version and a crochet version. This is obviously the knit version. It takes 3 skeins, but I didn't use all 3 skeins completely. And then it has 3 different bind offs that you can do. A super fancy picot bind off, a not so fancy but still fancy picot bind off, and then just a plain bind off. And I did the middle one. And I loved this picot bind off. It was super easy to do, super easy to memorize. The whole thing is just gorgeous. I love how it has the garter stitch and the stockinette stitch and then the lace. It is just so pretty, and it's kind of just, you know, 3 different colors. You can wear it however you like to wear your shawl, but I kind of like to wear it like this. Oh, sorry. Making you fall. Let me move that. Well, goodness. Not working. Let me move the whole thing. There. I just think it's really pretty. I love the colors. These are like my 3 favorite colors. I love to wear black, but I love pink is my favorite color, so it's kind of fun. Oh, and I don't think I said the color of this. This is called Teal Feather, and it's a Malabrigo yarn. I used Malabrigo Mecca for this sweater, and it is so soft and so wonderful. I really love Malabrigo. I love the tonal colors of it, and this reminds me of that a little bit, where it's all tonal as well. And then this one has specks of different colors in it. It's just beautiful, and even the tonal on the black is just really pretty. So I would highly recommend this pattern as well. I'm dropping stuff. I'll get this together, I promise. One of these days. I don't know why I'm promising, because it might take me a little minute. I have you guys on a book because you needed to be a little higher, I thought. I dropped something. Okay, so I'm going to take this off because it is warm and too warm to have on all of the knitwear. But I love this, and I have worn this already, and I enjoy it, and I've gotten compliments on it. It's been great. I wore it, actually, my daughter took me, my birthday was last week, and my daughter took me to a place called Cake Bake, and I wore it there, and I got compliments even there. And I always tell people that I made it because I'm proud of myself. It's so fun. So there's that. Woo! And that, I believe, is all of my finished objects. Let me double check my little notes. It's the only things I have up here, so I should have been finished. My Inspiration Woof Shawl, the Brigid Tunic, Put a Pom on It, the Alta Hat, and the Wave of Change. So I got them all. And so the Inspiration Woof was a cowl. The Brigid Tunic was a test. The Put a Pom on It was just for fun. The Alta Hat was a test, and the Wave of Change is a cowl as well. And this Wave of Change goes until the end of the month, and there's still time for you to make one if you want to. If you have the yarn, and if you're home and you're looking for something to do, grab some big needles and you can have this done for sure by the deadline, which is fabulous. So I loved it. So instead of going into my whips, I'm going to show you a couple, or a purchase or two. So there is a website on Etsy, or a store on Etsy, called Whimsy and Sassy, and she sells progress keepers in amongst other things. But she has a progress keeper of the month, and it's like a little club. And for those of you that know me, you know that I like little surprises every month in the mail, and I like to get happy mail and see what things are. Well, she is super kind, and her name is Michele. And I ordered the monthly kit from her. And you could order it 2 ways. You could either have it sent to you all at once or sent monthly. And because I like the monthly surprises, I said that I would like it sent monthly. Well, somehow she had me in the wrong category, and I texted her a couple of weeks ago and said, I signed up for the monthly and I haven't gotten anything yet. She sent a December package that had a little December, like if you signed up for the annual thing, you got a little extra package that she sent in December, but I hadn't received anything since then. And she apologetic and said she was sorry that she had me on the wrong list, and she thought that she had sent all of them to me at once, and she was sorry, and she said that she would send them. So she did. She sent January, February, and March, and she said, thanks for your patience. Your support means so very much. I hope you enjoy your stitch markers. And then she also included an extra stitch marker. So I have January, February, and March to show you right now. And this is how they come in this cute little package. And are there 4? I think there's 4. Yes. there's 4. So January has a cute little pink cupcake with a little white icing. I know that this isn't the best. And then a little sweatshirt. So cute. Or not sweatshirt, but sweater, and it's knitted. There's the knit stitch on it. And then this is a waffle with syrup and butter. And then this one is a cup of coffee. And it has some glitter on it, but you really can't tell on there. But it's so cute. And it's like glossy. They're so cute. So those are the Progress Keepers for January. And then February's were these. And there's like a red heart sugar cookie. That's glossy as well. Envelope with a heart on it. A macaroon, which I love macaroons. And then a cupcake with pink icing. And again, this store is called Whimsy and Sassy. And I'm going to write that down so that I can remember to include that in my notes. And so down below, I should have all of the names of the projects and the designer. So if you need to know any of that, it should be in the notes below. And then I'm going to include Whimsy and Sassy. And I'll write down any other things that I need to talk about. And then here is March. And so March, there's a pot of gold, which is too cute. I wish it would focus a little bit better on that, but I don't think it's going to. And a 4-leaf clover. And a macaroon with, it's like gold and glitter. It's hard to see it. And then a green cupcake with gold frosting. It is super cute too. And then as a special little gift, she sent a large cupcake with a cute snowflake, which probably can't see very well. I wonder if I put a different color in the background. Does that help? Maybe a little bit. You can see the snowflake. Isn't that pretty? And it has glitter on it too. It's just so pretty. So that is one of my acquisitions that I love. Another something that I got is, I kind of spoiled myself a little bit because it's my birthday month. And I got some Loopy Mango yarn. I have not used this at all, but I saw Katie Jacks use it on their website on a sweater, and I thought, oh my gosh, that's so pretty. So I found this one. This is the merino worsted in the color Bubblegum, and it is thought it might tell you. I guess it's just the merino worsted is what the kind is. And it's a super bulky. I only got one skein because you can do a hat with this. And I thought it was really cute. So I think that that's what I'm going to do with that. And then the rest I got is mohair. And I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of this mohair. This is in the color Milk Tea. And it's like a soft tan. And it's just so soft and fluffy. This is just gorgeous yarn. And it's bulky. And just super cute. And then I got this. And what they had done on the video was they'd made a sweater in this color. I think this color. It might have been a different color, but it was a similar color. And then they did the stripes with this. Oh my gosh. It was super cute. And I thought, you know what? I'd like to do something like that. And it might be for my daughter. I'm not sure yet, but oh my gosh. I love it. I love it. I don't know. It might be for me. It might be for my daughter. I'm not sure, but I went ahead and splurged and got it. They were having a sale and I couldn't help it. And then this, oh, with a big old pom-pom on it. I might have to cast that on sooner rather than later because I don't have enough things on my needles. And the other big splurge item that I did was a bag. Oh my gosh. And this is a leather bag, and it's from the Portland Leather Company. Yes, Portland Leather Goods. I found them on Etsy. They also have a website, but it smells amazing, and it is just a beautiful bag that will hold lots of different things. I've taken it with me twice now. The first time I took it with me, my husband had a procedure done, and I didn't know how long I would be there, so I took a couple projects, just put them in the bag, and I was able just to carry one bag, and it was so cute. And I don't know, I think it's sophisticated and just looks really nice. So I have that. Oh, I love it. And you can use it for things that aren't yarny too. And then I got this pencil pouch, which I think is amazing. I love how it closes. That just catches my eye anyway. I mean, just adorable. And then you just open it up, and it opens up really kind of cool. And it kind of spreads open a little bit, but it doesn't have any like zips or any of that. And then inside I just have some stitch markers, and I just have this in here because I was showing you guys when I was doing it, and some scissors. But you can put like your whole project needs in here, whatever you want. It will hold a pencil or a pen. I mean, it's big enough for all of that. And these are on sale, and they were still the last time I checked, so I'll leave that link below as well, so you can check them out. It's super nice. I loved it. And then, like I said, you can just stick this through here and pull it closed. And now this isn't going anywhere. And it is just so cute. So I would highly recommend these as well. So much fun. And then one more thing. I don't know if I'm going to show this or not, because I don't know if I have my receipt. Let me see if I do. Yes, I do. Okay. So this is from JD Studios 480. So you can go to Etsy, and it's jdstudios480.etsy.com. And I found this bag. Now, I had seen this on the Grocery Girls, and this one was made for the Grocery Girls, and it says knit, sleep, repeat on it. That is Tracy's from the Golden Girls, from the Grocery Girls saying. But it's one of those bags that you can put on your arm, put your things inside, and then just knit away. And it has this really cute embroidered shape. And then on the other side, like I said, it says knit, sleep, repeat, and that's all embroidered. And it is just a gorgeous project bag. It's canvas and just beautiful. The inside is lined with stripes. And I just love it. I just love it. I just love it. I just love it. And you can find this again on Etsy. So I need to, you know what? I could put my Loopy Mango in there. Get ready for my hat project. There we go. It's all ready. So much fun. Oh, it's adorable. There are dogs outside, and my dogs are barking. I think they're going to be okay, but I'm going to write JD Studios down here too. And I have purchased some yarn, but I will show you guys that later when I start to use it, I think. I'm not sure exactly. I haven't gotten into how I want to do all of that yet, but I will. And I wanted to also show you a fail. Oh my goodness. This was awful. Look, it's broken. This is my ball winder, and there's a piece in here that broke. And it is from Knit Picks, and it has served me well, but I didn't think it was too awfully used, because I've only, I've only had it for about a year, and it started clicking, and it's been clicking for about, I don't know, the last 5-10 uses, and I was like, what in the world is that clicking noise? And it would click, 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 click as it was going around, and then all of a sudden it just totally collapsed, and I didn't get to finish winding the ball of yarn that I had, and I had one more ball that I needed to wind, and I did that by hand, using my Swift. Thank goodness for that. And yeah, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm really thinking about getting an electric ball winder. This little turny thing is really not very easy on your shoulder, and when you have to do a million of them, I know it looks like it's working right now, but I promise it would just fall off because it's not on there. But you know, doing this motion, it's already stopped. Doing this motion is not easy on your shoulder over and over again. And I usually have like cast on parties for myself, and it's not fun. So this is gonna end up in the old trash can, I believe, unfortunately. And I will hopefully get an electric one. I'm looking at them, researching them, trying to figure out what the best one that works for me, with the best price point for me, and go from there. And I can tell you, I'm touching this sweater and it is so soft. I love it. So let's see what else. Should I get into my whips? And then I wanted to have my whips done so that I could put my progress keepers on them, so that then the next time I show you, we can both see how far I've gotten. So I have a ton of whips. So my birthday, like I said, was March 11th, or last week, and I let myself cast on whatever I wanted to cast on. So I took as many bags as I could find and that were empty, and thought, you know what, I'm going to put a project in them. So that's what I did. So some of these are not done even a little bit, but some of them are. So I will show you. And I also got some little tags that I'm going to try to put on each bag so that I will know what it is. So this one has the Midtown Cowl in it. I purchased those on Amazon. They were super cheap, and I think that they'll do the trick. So this is the cowl that I'm going to make, and it's called the Midtown Cowl, and it is by Christina Lundborg, who is Chelsea Knits. So this is Chelsea Pearls, and she's the one that did the other yarn, the Cookie Gate yarn. So I'm using a skein of a cobblestone and a skein of mohair, but I am using Dragon Horde Yarns cobblestone and mohair, and I'm using them in the colorway Antique. And it's the Pegasus lace weight. It's 72% kid silk and 28% mohair. And then also the Antique colorway of the Goblin Slub Fingerling. It's 90% superwashed and 10% nylon. Excuse me, I swallowed wrong. But I need to swallow again. And she and her mother both do beautiful yarn, but this is it so far. So I have gotten a little bit, but not very far yet, but it's cute. It's really going to be cute. I just started the mohair again, so I'm on a mohair row right now. So it's just mohair and then the cobblestone, and then it's kind of striped. And it's very cute. And I have a progress keeper on here that I put on the very bottom, so I'm just going to move this progress keeper to where my needles are. One thing that I would like with progress keepers are the earring back progress keepers. I like those the best because those seem to be the easiest to put on and take off without ruining any yarn. So I'm just going to put the progress keeper where I'm at on the project so that the next time we can see how far along I've gotten. So there is the first one. Again, that one is called the Midtown Cowl. And I have that in one of my Mrs. Brown's bags, which I love. And then next I'm going to show you the Elton. This is a sweater that I have in a fringe bag. I love this bag. This is a new purchase too. And oh my goodness, I am using beautiful yarn from Dandelions and dandelions and dogwood, or dogwood and dandelion. I'm not sure which way it is, but I'm using the Perfect Sock yarn and the Feather Down yarn. So mohair and sock yarn, and it is called Anxiety is a Liar is the colorway, and it's the same colorway for both. And again, I will have all of that in my Ravelry page. And I'm making the Elton by Joji Locatelli, and this is what it will look like, hopefully. And my colorway is this gray with this mohair, so it's Anxiety is a Liar. And so far, I'm almost done, guys. I've gotten this far. I haven't even started with the mohair yet. But it is very pretty so far, and it's kind of been a fun little knit stitch. It's been a little different than I've done before. And I'm doing short rows back here. And it's very pretty so far, so I'm liking that. And I am going to put a light stitch or progress keeper on here, and I think I'm going to use this macaroon. So I'm going to use the little red Valentine macaroon and just put this up here, hopefully in the middle of the back side. Up by my needles, so like that, so that we can see how much progress I've made the last time, or the next time. So there is that. That's also a fun, it's been fun to do, but it is fingering weight yarn. And whew, making a sweater fingering weight is a lot. So I don't have this bag labeled yet. I need to do that. But this is going to be the Bendy Arrow. And this is just for fun. So it looks like this. This is by Charlotte Boré. Again, it's called the Bendy Arrow. And I am using some beautiful yarn from Ruby and Roses. I'm using a colorway called Evening Skies and a colorway called Lilac. And they are both the Fragrant Rose base, and it's superwash merino, cashmere, and nylon. So it's MCN 801010. And this is the yarn. This is the lilac, and this is the yarn that my ball binder stopped on. So this was the skein that I was doing, and this is the one that I had to do by hand. So this one's Evening Skies, and this one's Lilac. I think they're beautiful. I think it's going to make a really pretty shawl. And I have a progress keeper on here as well, so I'll just use this one and move it on up to where I'm at. Sometimes I put them on the beginning of a project just so I can use them. But this is where I'm at so far. I haven't gotten very far, of course. Oh goodness, and I just moved this and I don't know which side is the right side, and that's what I often will put a project thing for, just so I know which is the right side and which is the wrong side. And now I don't remember which side I took this off of. Oh good grief. I don't really know, so I'm going to put this on my stitch marker and then I'll figure it out. So I just have it on my stitch marker right now. I'll figure it out when I start knitting again, because I think I know where I ended, because I worked on this just a tiny bit last night. So that's that. That's the Bendy Arrow. I'll put this over here so I can maybe do that one of the first things. And then in this Fringe Supply Company bag, I have the ranunculus. Now you guys have probably seen this before, but I am going to make the short sleeve smaller version for my daughter, and I am using dandelion and dogwood yarn in the colorway SSDGM, and it is Cloud, which is silk mohair and polyamide. And it is super cool. So it comes, it's like pink and gray and white, and it's like curly and fluffy. It's just beautiful, beautiful yarn. And I haven't gotten very far at all on this yet either. You can see but this takes bigger needles, and so this should be a fairly quick knit. I do not have a progress keeper on here, and I don't know that I'll put one on here yet just because it's so light. I'm afraid that it would just pull it. So I don't know that I'm going to put one on there yet, but maybe what I'll do is put one on my stitch marker, which I do have on here, a really pretty pearly stitch marker. So I'm going to put, I think I will put, this is for my daughter, so I'm going to put the waffle, just because I think that's cute. I'm going to put the waffle on the stitch marker. If I can find the stitch marker, there it is. So then I can add it to as I go. I might like to work on that one early too. Or soon, not early, but soon. I'm going to put that over here as well. But those are going to be the first ones that I work on, I think, because I'm excited about them. I'm excited about a lot of these though. And then in this cute bag, what do I have? I don't have this one marked yet either. But I have, oh, I've had this one in here for a little bit. It's the Bloomsbury Kids sweater. This is just supposed to be for an easy when I need something quick to do. But look at this. It is so, I don't know how easy or quick it's going to be, but this is the back. Can you see that where it has like the lace pattern down the back? It is so cute. It's really, really cute. And I am using a woolly wool. It's Germantown American wool. And this is how far I am so far. I haven't gotten very far, but it's cute. And I'm going to put a stitch marker on here too. I think I will use one of the cupcakes. I haven't even worked on this one for a little minute, so I just pulled it out as I was pulling out my projects. So there's that one. And in this cute bag, I have a shawl for my daughter. I am doing the My Better Half shawl. It is adorable. And I haven't gotten very far on this either, but she graduates in May, and I'm doing it in her school colors. So I have purple and gold, and I do have a stitch marker on here, so this is where I was the last time we talked. So I haven't gotten very far, but I will move that up to here. And I am using these two colors that I purchased on Etsy. Let me see if I have the bands in here. Yes, I do. It is from Holly Press Fibers. Bronze Beauty and Seeking You are the colors that I'm using. And again, all of those things can be found on Ravelry. And I'm going to go ahead and move up my progress keeper. So I have that where we left off. There we go. So now it will mark where I'm at the next time. And hopefully I will have made some progress. When you have a lot of things on your needles and you're working on lots of different projects, sometimes it's hard to know that you've made any progress unless you see finished objects. So I think that progress keepers are fun because they help show me that, yes, I may not have finished anything, but I have made lots of progress on all of these different things. So that's kind of neat. And I need to get this done before she graduates. At least that's my goal. Let's see. In this one, I have a knit from Cozy Up Knits. It's called 8th Avenue. Love this. And I am using yarn from Creek Gardens Crafts. This is 100% Prima cotton, and this is a knit-along that they are doing. They're doing a cotton knit-along, so for spring, and it lasts until the end of spring, so you guys still have time for that too. And you get an entry for using cotton, you get an entry for using their pattern, Cozy Up Knits, and you get an entry for using the Creek Gardens Crafts yarn. So you can get up to 3 different entries per garment if you do all of those 3. So I thought, well, why not? So I got a kit from her shop to make the 8th Avenue shawl, or wrap, I'm not sure what to call it. And so far, this is where I'm at. So I love it. It's super easy and super fun, and I like that it keeps my interest by changing colors and changing stripes, and I feel like I'm doing something often. And I am on a lace pattern right now. It's hard to tell because I just started it. I need to put a progress keeper on it. But this takes lots of minis. So I have the base, which is this one. And I have all of these minis that I have the colors listed in my Ravelry page. But I balled them all up, and I think there's 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, 7, no, 8. There's 8 minis because there's one more down in here. So this will be finished when you finish all of your little minis. So it's 1 section per color, and I think it's really fun, and it's a great idea and a great way to use up some of your minis. I of course bought the kit for it, but you wouldn't have to. I just wanted to use the cotton from this particular shop. So I have never used cotton before on a project like this. I've used cotton to make washcloths, but never anything like this. And it is fun. Oh, and I have a little progress keeper, a little llama. I will move that up. It's fun, and I'm using wooden needles for this because it is pretty, I don't want to say like flimsy, but it like falls off your needles very easily. So you probably want to use something that has a little more stick power to it. So I got some wooden needles, and I'm using them for this, and I'll show you those here in a second, I think. So that is my 8th Avenue wrap, and that's also a very fun knit that I'm working on. They're all fun though, really. I'm doing another knit along for Isabel Kramer, who's excuse me, who has been on for 6 years, and she's doing a 6th anniversary kind of a cowl, and I'm knitting one of hers called Cowboys and Angels, one of her patterns. She has a zillion patterns, and this is the Cowboys and Angels, the shawl, and I am knitting it using Matatosh Liquid Gold yarn, and it is a thicker yarn. It says it's a 3. But this is where I'm at so far. I haven't gotten very far on it, but I am enjoying it. This is, I don't know, I have a stitch marker to mark, or a progress keeper to mark something. I'm just going to move it up just a little bit. I may have just put it on there just because I knew I wanted to use it. Or maybe I needed to mark the right side, because I will often use a progress keeper to mark the right side. So I'll mark the right side, but then I also use it to keep my progress. So I just moved it up. So that's where we are now. And then the next time I show you, I'll show you where I'm at. We can see how much progress I made on Cowboys and Angels. I love this colorway. And this was a kit that I also purchased from the knitting place. So that's in this bag. I like how it matches. And I have just a couple more. This project is in my Toad Hollow bag, which I love. Such a cute bag. This is a newer purchase too. And I am just going to be doing this cowl, the Snuggle Down cowl. And it just takes minis, and it's so cute. And mohair. So I am using a kit that I got from, oh Oh, I'm pretty sure this one was from, yes, indeed. It's from Toad Hollow. Let me find the, and it is Mrs. Wright's Tea Party Mini Skein Collection. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different mini skeins. And I will just be using them up as I go. And I'm also holding it with some alpaca from Drops. This is Drops Alpaca Silk. It doesn't tell me the colorway. Oh, it's color 12. It's like the pink color. And here are the different minis. I think that's all of them. Well, it says there's 6. And I'm only seeing 5, so maybe I dropped one or something. I don't know. That's goofy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, there's, good grief. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I only have 5. Well, I don't know where the other one is. That's weird. But this is how far I've gotten. I'm not even going to put a project keeper on it yet because I just casted it on pretty much. And maybe did it 1 row. Maybe. I'm not very far at all with it. But it's really, I mean, it's going to be soft and pretty, and I like holding it with this mohair or alpaca. That is so weird. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, I'm sure that I have the 6th one somewhere. I'm just going to have to figure out where. Because I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. And so I have another project that I'm working on, which is just an ever ongoing project. And I am using that, and I've showed you, or I've talked about it before, but I haven't really showed you. But it's Kitty's blanket. My daughter, I'm making her a faux fur blanket with this yarn from Lionheart. What is it called? Lion brand yarn. And it's just their faux fur. And it is just really, really soft and really pretty. And it's really thick. And this is just, I'm just knitting it. Just knitting each row as I go along. So just knit, 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 knit. And so this is it folded in half. Let's see how long it's going to be. This is it in half. So I don't know, it's going to be about maybe 4.5, 5 feet wide. I don't know, maybe 6 feet, because that seems like it's about 3 feet. So I don't know, it's pretty big. And it's very easy. It's just literally knitting. So I can watch TV or do whatever and do this. It's just very bulky and it uses up the skeins lickety split. And I think I have 30 skeins that I purchased so I can do this. So I will have enough. It's just a lot. So I have one more whip that was supposed to be a test. And I have totally failed. But Isabel Kramer is going to be releasing a pattern that looks like this. That is called Gianluca. And it is a beautiful pattern. And I just failed at my test. I don't know if it was a combination of the yarn or what, but I'm using a cone of yarn from Holskarn, and it's the first time I've used it, and it's I know it will plump up, but it's not very soft at all. It's very woolly. I don't know, it just didn't have me excited about it. But I love the sweater, and I think that I would like to have a sweater in this color. I think that this would be really pretty. I mean, it's a dark color, almost like my black. So I don't know. I'm not planning on stopping. I'm just pausing it for a little minute and because it seems like it took me forever to get this far, and I still have the whole sweater to do and the colorway at the end, and it was just, so I don't know, I was feeling pressure, and I was feeling like I wasn't enjoying it, so I knew I had to stop, because if knitting isn't enjoyable, it's not something that is worth it to do, in my opinion, because it's supposed to be fun. So I think the last thing that I want to show you is this acquisition, which is these Likey needles. So I thought I needed a set of wooden needles, and I love this case. It's a beautiful case. This snaps open, it has my little wires in here. So this is an interchangeable set. This doesn't open back here, but it has this snap closure, and then it has this that is a zipper. You can put, you know, some things, whatever you need in here. And then in here, this opens, and it has Velcro on this side, and then there's Velcro on that side, so you can bend this and put it here, and then your needles will kind of rest and stick up so that you can easily grab them or whatever. And they're listed, the size is on this black part, that's what that gold writing is, so you can see that. I have a couple of them on the needles right now, or on a project right now, and you can see that I've used some of these, that's why they're darker, a little more stained, but so far I have really enjoyed these. I like my Chow-Goos. I love my Chow-Goos, but I can say I love these too. These were great. The connections are smooth and easy, and I haven't had any problems whatsoever. And I think it's neat to have a metal set and a wooden set, so that's what I got this one for. So I think I am set with my sets. And my friends, that might be everything. I have learned a lot this month. Let's see, I learned the folding and knitting with the Alta Hat. I had never done that, and the provisional folded brim. That was a lot of fun. I have never done the provisional before, and that included a provisional brim. The pin tuck on the Brigid Tunic. I have learned Fisherman's Rib this year, the I-cord bind off this year, Pico bind off, Jenny's super stretchy bind off, which is a fabulous bind off. And I have made a lot of great acquisitions that I am very pleased with and I'm having fun with. And yeah, just I have a ton of things on the needles and a ton more things that I want to get on the needles. And yeah, I guess that's that. Until next time, I'm going to try to do this again, like I said, every 2 weeks. So I will see you then, and I will let you know how far I've gotten. And I think in between time, I might do a podcast or a video to show all of my whips. So this is my active whips. Then I have some whips that are kind of gone on hold, and I'd like to kind of get them all out and see what I have, and I thought maybe I'd just share that with you guys. So I might do a video to show that. And then I also am thinking I might do, I know that Christy Glass does finished object videos. I kind of like that, and I might start doing that every time I finish an object. Just do a video, a short video to show the object and tell about it and let you know what yarn I used and who the maker was and all of that stuff, just for myself too. But let me know if those are things that you would like to see. And until next time, happy knitting and enjoy today.